Sitting in, great to be with you. This Peninsula team has won 54 straight Northern Region games. They swept through the North this year, 14-0, and of course they won twice last weekend. They have got it going on right now.
They do. They're in a rhythm, and you know, they've had a chance to rest a little bit, so it'll be a fun game.
Walla Walla, on the other hand, tied for first in the East with Big Bend. They shared the championship with Preston Wilkes' Vikings. Walla Walla, by virtue of a tiebreaker, got the top seed, and they are the top seed. They won. Again, they shared the title. Last week, Walla Walla beat Olympic 60-46, and then in a nail-biter defeated Lane 62-61. Peninsula, on the top part of the bracket, rallied from a big deficit to beat Treasure Valley 70-66, and then they knocked off Umpqua 71-57. The winner gets Clackamas, the 32-0 Cougars, who earlier today defeated Lower Columbia 66-58. It was a game that was tied at 17 after 1. It was 27-24 Clackamas after 2, 45-41 after 3. They just kind of slowly pulled away, Cheryl, and they salted it away with free throws despite not having their leading scorer, Alana Washington. Her sister May, Molly Miller, and the rest of the Cougars made sure that they were going to advance to the title game.
They did. They picked up the points, the scoring, the slack, and they pulled it out. You know, this game's going to be, I think, just as exciting. They've met twice in the season, even though it was early, and these two coaches know each other very well.
They do know each other very well. Bobby Hazeltine for the Warriors and Allison Rose for the Pirates, the former Allison Crum. And again, they did meet twice, and one of them was on this court back in November. Walla Walla won 59-44. The second matchup was in Lower Columbia at their Holiday Classic on December 30th. It was 69-55. So 2 wins for the Warriors. That doesn't mean anything tonight.
No, it doesn't. This is a new chapter, and it's 0-0.
There's a look at the Peninsula Pirates as their starting lineup looks like this. Carlise O'Brien from Bethel, Alaska. Also starting will be Kimberly Brown from Mountain View High School in Orem, Utah. Rihanna Moss is from Nia Bay, Washington. That's a basketball factory. They turn out great players, and they win a lot of state championships. McKenna Patrick from Anaconda, Montana, and Alexis Smith from Bay City Central High School in Bay City, Michigan. 16.9 points a game. Walla Walla will have to be aware of her. Again, the Pirates are coached by Allison Rose. The Warriors line up like this. Allie McKenna is from Kashmir, Washington, joined in the backcourt by Logan Sailors from Meridian, Idaho, went to Rocky Mountain High School. Avery Osterhout is another guard, also from Meridian, Idaho, and Rocky Mountain High School. Addie Leibel is from Boise, Idaho, went to Bishop Kelly High School. And Hadley Froz, who played a huge role in the championship run last year from Meridian, Idaho, went to Coal Valley Christian School. And again, the Warriors are coached by Bobby Hazeltine. These coaches do know each other well. They talk a lot. They both claim to be the biggest Seattle Seahawks fans in the world, although I'm sure there are a lot of Seattle Seahawks fans. Allison Rose told me that she thinks maybe Bobby was the first person she texted when the Seahawks won the Super Bowl.
Wow.
So they must be pretty good friends.
They must be good friends.
So I asked, do you ever talk about basketball? And she's like, no, we just talk about the Seahawks. So
I might have to get in on that.
Yeah.
I've been an original fan.
Yeah,
so
1976. Yeah, and the Mariners followed the next year. Peninsula's in the black. That's Alexis Smith in the circle here. The Hawk logo at this beautiful Holden Court, named for the woman sitting next to me. Her Hall of Fame career included 4 NWAC championships, and it's an honor to be with Coach Holden here. Walla Walla in the white, and we are underway. The winner to play Sunday at 3 against Jim Martineau and the Clackamas Cougars. First possession, and they go down to Smith. What a nifty spin move with the left. Got free, but it didn't fall. Osterhout and Sailors. Logan going to drive to the hoop, and it's Alexis Smith with the rebound. And Alexis will fire. Not only can she score inside, she can score from beyond the arc, and the Pirates have the early
Look at that big smile.
lead. Big smile from Alexis Smith as she Knocked it down. Can the Warriors answer? Bounce pass is intercepted by Carlise O'Brien. These teams are almost identical in points per game. 71.1 for Peninsula, 71.4 for Walla Walla. They are 5th and 6th in scoring. And they both shine defensively. Peninsula is first. They only allow 47.8 points a game. Walla Walla is second at 50.4. There's a block shot by Osterhout, and it will end up in her hands.
Both teams are pushing it. Similar start to the game of the previous game.
It was a 17-17 first quarter. In that game, ended up 66-58 Clackamas, and congratulations to Lucas Meyer and the Lower Columbia Red Devils on another fine year. They ended up 25-5. So nearly 2 minutes in. And the Warriors with just one shot attempt. So this Peninsula defense as advertised. Ooh, hitting the deck was Sailors, and right as the shot clock went off, I think they're going to call a foul on Peninsula's Moss.
Looked like she just lost her footing and fell into the Walla Walla players.
So first foul of the game. In the last game, we did not have a foul in the first quarter. Sailors got behind a screen, and there's Leibel to clear up the boards, and the putback for Addie. Leibel, and it's 3-2.
Walla Walla will crash the boards. They will haunt you on the boards.
16.1 offensive rebounds a game. They are 4th in the NWAC. There's Smith driving on Leibel. There's that left-handed spin, and once again it would not go. Warriors want to run. Sailors up and under, drew the foul, and I think she'll go to the line as Moss is down. I don't know if it's on Rihanna again. It is, and she comes up limping, and she will be attended to by her teammates Patrick and Smith, and Coach Rose will get a couple new Pirates in. Hele Ostrander is one of them as they help Moss off, and Malia Garcia is the other. And Moss last week had 10 against Treasure Valley and followed that up with 8 against Umpqua. So that's basically 9 points a game that they can't afford to lose, and hopefully she'll be okay. The training staff is by your school, Columbia Basin, and they are here, and they were immediately over to the bench. So a good job by your trainer.
Yeah, let's hope that it was just a knee to the kneecap hitting that floor hard, and she'll be able to come back.
So Sailors hit the first of 2. She tied the game at 3. And so we get a look at Ostrander and Garcia for Peninsula. And they go down to Smith. And the step through against Leibel, and Addie hits the deck hard, but she got the rebound. And it goes back to Walla Walla. Frazier had 15 points off the bench in the first game as Osterhout sinks the deep 3 from the right side. And in the second game last week, Garcia had 14, so she's been a great player off the bench for Coach Rose. Osterhout puts the Warriors up 6-3 and answering. It's Patrick who gets 8.8 points a game. 6-5. McKenna going to try the mid-range jumper, and nobody there for the rebound, but Ostrander. There's Allison Rose. A quick look at her on the Pirate bench as we go back to our action, and a Warrior, well, she must have stepped on the boundary, I guess, if she was down in the corner.
That's what I think.
Allison Rose has a championship in her tenure. This is her 17th season, won it in 2014-15. Just a run of 20 win seasons for Coach Rose at Peninsula. Hadley Froz got the rebound, kicked it to McKenna, who was able to lay it in for Walla Walla.
It's a nice assist, and she had two people on her and found the open spot.
Another offensive rebound. As Moss is walking with the trainer toward the training table down below us to the right. So she will get looked at. And again, we hope that she can return to action. There's a deep three. Good, and that is Garcia. She has been an amazing participant off the bench for Coach Rose, and we're tied. We approach the midway point of our first period. It's 8-8. Sailors takes her defender to the baseline and made it up and in. Logan Sailors with her first field goal as she got past Brown. Garcia again, the kick, and up and under by Patrick, and the Warriors have the rebound. They want to run. Sailors thought about a three, a couple of steps behind the arc, didn't do it, and the ball is kicked. And we'll have our first timeout here on the court as both teams will bring in some substitutes. And we will take our first timeout here from our second semifinal. It is Walla Walla 10. It is Peninsula 8. Cheryl, myself, and the third member of our crew, Jamie Council, who will be with us in a moment. We'll be back to Pasco after a timeout.
It begins with the ball. You see, a ball is not just leather and rubber. A ball is the seed that communities grow around. We're talking split-second moments that become indelible memories. It creates lifelong friendships. It's a reason for people to celebrate. A ball isn't just a ball. It's a life lesson. It's a tool you use to pursue your best. It's how you earn your greatest victories. How you learn to deal with failure. It's a test that you pass. It's a dream that you catch. It's a future you hold in your hands. It's not just a ball. Bada, the official ball of you.
Welcome back to Pasco. NWAC champions are sponsored by Ziply Fiber, America's fastest home internet provider. Sign up today at ziplyfiber.com with plans starting at $20 a month. There's a look at the Walla Walla Warrior bench. They are the defending champions. They defeated Lane in the title game a year ago and then got past the Titans last week in the quarterfinals, 62-61. Well, after that kicked ball, it's a new shot clock, and the Warriors put Maricela Contreras in. And it's Sailors firing, and another new player into the game is Ella Johnson for Walla Walla. Contreras from right here in Pasco went to Chiawana. And Johnson is from Kettle Falls. Set the Peninsula lineup for you when they get the basketball back. Another three on the way, and it's Contreras who got it to go. And a 5-point Warrior lead, so Patrick on the court along with Kimberly Brown. Driving is Garcia. Ball's loose, it's a kick, it'll go back to Peninsula. Ostrander into the game. And taking it out will be the Pirates. Patrick, Frazier, and Garcia, 22, 23, 24, all in the game for Coach Allison Rose. as Alexis Smith gets her first break. Shot clock at 8. And driving, and another close-in miss. And finally with the follow is Patrick. And it's 13-10. Something you talked about when we were in the break was Peninsula with a lot of balance around the 8-9 points per game. Kind of makes it hard to guard people, right?
It does. Very balanced scoring.
Contreras again, that one came up short. They got the look they wanted. Maricela, a good three-point shooter for the Warriors. And now Peninsula was down 5 early. Can they cut it to 1? They cannot as it hits the boundary and goes out of bounds. And who will come in now for Coach Allison Rose? It will be Carlise O'Brien from Bethel, Alaska, who returns. And now here comes Alexis Smith. So a short break for Alexis. She is now back in. And the Warriors have countered with Sydney Gerdes, a sophomore from Eden, Utah. And then they'll get Leibel back in as soon as they can. So kind of a chess match, as I'm sure you had many of those in your career with certain personnel groupings.
Absolutely.
And that was stripped away from Osterhout. Warriors by 3, 2:10 to play in the first quarter. Smith catches down low on Gerdes, up and under, and it's rebounded by Johnson.
She's a little under the basket to squeak that one in, but good position.
Try to get it into Johnson. It's batted away by Smith. Sailor's going to drive and gets the basket to go. 5 for Sailors. Eastern Region Player of the Year. And there's a Warrior foul. And Smith, of course, was the most valuable player in the North region. Moss was a first-team selection. Patrick, a second-team selection. And Allison Rose, the coach of the year. And over in the East, Sailors, the most valuable player. Bobby Hazeltine was the coach of the year. Hadley Froz, a first-team selection. And Sailors also the freshman of the year, as it'll be O'Brien shooting free throws. The Warrior foul was on Contreras. O'Brien, 61.5%. She'll have the second here with 1:17 remaining. And she splits the pair. Biggest Walla Walla lead was 5. It's now 4. Leibel working on Smith. And she'll have another opportunity. And a traveling violation on Sailors right in front of the Pirate bench, so it goes over to Peninsula as we have reached the 55-second mark. Just left a little early before dribbling.
Just a little bit.
Up and under. That's Marley Myers, who came to the game for Coach Crum from Columbia River High School in Vancouver, Washington.
Walla Walla doing a good job at the basket, protecting, forcing some off-balance shots.
Leibel backing down Smith. Jump hook blocked. Alexis Smith gets the block. Final possession if Peninsula wants it to be, as the shot clock is off. Smith, free throw line jumper. No, and the Warriors will have an opportunity here. They find Logan. Step back 3. Off the iron. Smith gets the rebound, and we have come to the end of the first quarter. So, much like our first game, it's not tied, but it's very competitive, as we thought it would be. Warriors by 4. Mike, Cheryl, and Jamie are back after this timeout. Okay.
Oregon needs to build schools, bridges, semiconductor factories, and much more. That's great news if you work in the trades. Even better news? Business Oregon and the Bureau of Labor and Industries have partnered to create childcare for construction to help construction trades workers and registered apprentices pay for childcare. To learn more, visit oregon.gov/BOLI/apprenticeship. We know when workers thrive, Oregon thrives.
Let's send it down to the third member of our broadcast crew, Jamie Council.
Hey Mike, it's great to be here. So a close game, what we would expect, as in the first semifinal we talked about all number 1 seeds from their respective regions. In the first quarter for Peninsula, we saw Moss go down with a lower body injury, and the crew at CBC did help her over to the trainer's table. It did look like she got an ankle taped up just before the quarter ended, walked back over to the bench. So Mosh is a player that we will probably see be returning in the second quarter of action for Peninsula, as they consider themselves an underdog in this one, as the Warriors are the reigning NWAC champions, and it's hard to teach winning, and that's something that Bobby Hazeltine has done with the Warriors. And something about Rihanna Moss, she is the 4th Moss that head coach Allison Rose has coached. Moss out of Nia Bay. Nia Bay just last week getting their 4-peat in the state championship for 1B girls basketball. So Rihanna Moss returning to the floor as she checks out, the 4th Moss sister, and guess what? There will be another one next year for Allison Rose and the Pirates. Back to you.
Well, great job, Jamie. And yeah, Rihanna Moss did attempt to go when the quarter started, and then she took off back to the court as Smith scores and Leibel fouled her, so they finally got one to go. Cheryl and I were talking, Jamie, about Nia Bay, and it is a basketball factory, and again, 4 state championships in a row. Everyone else in the NWAC has to be sad that there's another Moss on the way.
Yes, we are.
So Smith gets her first close-in field goal. She completes the three-point play. She has 6 already, and it's now 15-14 as Leibel picked up that foul. There's Allison Rose trying to get her Pirates back to the Final Four. A lot of success with Peninsula. Another steal as the Pirates, again, won it in 2015. They have 2 other second-place finishes in 16 and 22. Again, that heartbreaker to Lucas Myers in Lower Columbia. In overtime on the buzzer beater by Chinadu Nadi. And then back in the semifinals in both 23 and last season. So Allison Rose has it going on in Port Angeles.
Allison does a great job recruiting and finding those players that play her style of coaching. As does Bobby.
Dakota Wadsworth came in for Walla Walla. She's a freshman from Oakley, Idaho, as Frost decides to pull up from deep, and she nailed it. Hadley Frost gets 13.5 points a game. That's her first basket, and really it might have even been her first shot, Cheryl. She hasn't really touched the ball that much. Good defense by the Pirates.
Very good defense. I think that's been purposeful.
Kimberly Brown tried to go baseline, then kicked it back out, and it's Garcia driving on Wadsworth, and it's batted out of bounds. So Coach Rose running people in and out. And Alexis Smith will get a break, and so will O'Brien. And she runs Patrick back in as Logan Sailors intercepts that pass. She'll go to the hoop, lay it up hard off the glass, and she'll draw the contact, and she'll be shooting free throws. And Ostrander right there to help her up as Sailors will shoot free throws.
Just a little miscommunication and a fairly long pass, and the offense didn't come towards the pass, so Walla Walla was able to take advantage of that.
So Sailors 1 for 2 from the line. That foul was on Ostrander. Sailors has 6, and Walla Walla has a 5-point lead. And now 3 of 4 for the 75% free throw shooter, so right at her average. They close out on Garcia that time because she's so dangerous. And it's Patrick in the key. And offensive rebound, then a tie-up. It was Ostrander battling with McKenna.
Walla Walla's doing a great job on their defense. They are preventing those easy baskets in the paint.
Backing down is Frazier. And there for the rebound is McKenna. Oster out with the jump shot from short. And it's rebounded by the Pirates, and here they come. She splits the defense. She saw something and then kicked it. Boy, they swing the ball fast, Coach.
They do. They just haven't reversed it.
And rolling it home from the left corner is Aspen Frazier, her first basket of the game. 3 minutes in, second period. Walla Walla by 4, and that is a foul on Sydney Gertis of Walla Walla, cutting through the key and knocking over the Pirate player. And so back to Peninsula. They were down 6 a moment ago, and now they have a chance to cut it to 2 or maybe even 1. And that 3 is off the mark. It's headed to the boundary, and Gertis lets it go, and it'll be back to the Warriors.
A little short. Need a little more legs on that shot.
Walla Walla will get Leibel back in. Boy, they're so long defensively. They anticipate that pass down in the quarter, did Ostrander, and she knocked it out of bounds. And Leibel back for Walla Walla. Coach Bobby Hazeltine in her 27th year. Saylor's going to step back for another 3, and she hits another one. Well, I shouldn't say another one. That's her first. It's Walla Walla's second. Actually, it's Walla Walla's 4th, second this quarter. I'll figure it out eventually.
That's just a nice step back. One dribble, step back, and Smith wants to go over her right shoulder or left shoulder, and Walla Walla's defense did a great job preventing that.
Yeah, that step back by Peninsula wouldn't fall, and Warriors have their biggest lead. Frost feeds McKenna, who had it blocked, but McKenna got it back and laid it in, and Allison Rose calls timeout. Walla Walla has opened up a 9-point lead as we approach the midway point of our second period, and we'll return to Pasco after we take this timeout.
Why is my internet slow?
There's only 16 devices connected.
Switch to Ziply Fiber and ditch the cable crawl. The Northwest's fastest home internet. $750 less a year than cable. Ziply Fiber. Real great internet. Real great prices. Really.
With Cheryl Holden and Jamie Council, I'm Mike Tatko from Columbia Basin, and this Peninsula team, Coach, they are first in opponent's field goal percentage, meaning it's the least, 29%, but Walla Walla right now is shooting 41%.
Walla Walla's getting some nice looks and pushing the ball, and I think Peninsula's struggling to stop them.
Smith, they're going to make a concerted effort to go down to her, and it would not go. And here comes McKenna and the Warriors. And boy, what hustle by Alexis Smith. Missed the shot. You kind of see the disappointment on her face, but she busted her behind to get all the way down the court, and she knocked that ball out of bounds.
Yes, she did. She's clogging up that middle and doing a good job.
McKenna's jumper off the iron, and the Pirates want to run as well. Under 5, so midway through the second period. 9-point Warrior lead. They've held Peninsula to 5 points this quarter. Smith down low, backing up and under. Leibel. And they leave the 3, and it would not go. It's going to be out of bounds to Walla Walla. So it's a battle between Froz and Patrick, and it went off of Patrick. O'Brien is back, and also coming in for Coach Rose is Frazier. So Smith gets a break, and now Contreras is back for Bobby Hazeltine, and McKenna gets a break. 4.5 to play before half. We'll have interviews at halftime with both coaches. One right at the beginning of the half and one as we come out for the second half. And it's Sailors who goes to the hoop. And a Warrior foul on Addie Leibel, and that is her second. As she commits the foul at the other end of the basket, she'll have to take a break, Coach.
Yeah, that was just a hard fought, open ball. And she got the short end of the stick.
So Sydney Gerdes is back, and we'll see how long Coach Hazeltine goes without Leibel. Smith is currently on the bench for Peninsula. O'Brien, left corner, 3. Good! She rattled it home. First three-pointer for O'Brien. And it's a 6-point game. It was 9 a moment ago. Frost down low to Gerdes, and they're going to call a hold on Peninsula. And I think it's on Patrick. No, it's on Frazier. So the Warriors will have it underneath with 3:48 left. Down low to Froz, and she made the move to the basket and got it to go.
She's got a nice, strong move inside, and they're playing behind her, so it's hard to stop that.
Ostrander could not get it to go. Sailors with the rebound, runs it up the court. Logan, 10-footer. No. And Contreras with the rebound. I don't think she realized how open she was, and she kind of shot putted it back up there.
I don't think she did either.
Goes out of bounds back to the Warriors at the 3:21 mark.
And track.
And on the inbounds play, it's an athletic steal by Ostrander. And then the Warriors get a steal by Sailors. 1-on-3, what will Logan do? She'll take it to the hoop. Athletic move by Logan Sailors.
That was beautiful. That was absolutely amazing.
That is highlight reel material for Logan Sailors, and the Warriors have a double-digit lead at the 3-minute mark. And on the pass into the deep corner to Ostrander, it went out of bounds. And so McKenna back for the Warriors and Garcia back for the Pirates.
Well, you can really see why Sailors is most valuable player for the East region.
Yeah, that was quite the athletic move by Logan. Froz backing down. And then Sailors takes Brown. Another athletic move, 2 in a row, Coach Holden.
She is on fire.
And Walla Walla, as we approach the 2-minute mark, leads by 12. Pirates driving, but once again, a lot of misses in that blue paint.
Yeah.
2 minutes, and Coach Hazeltine is opting to put Leibel back in just as Coach Rose put Smith back in. So It'll be interesting to see how the final 2 minutes plays out. And now she pulled her back. Shot clock at 4. Froz drives, no. And it's a rebound by Walla Walla and another one. And finally, it's Sydney Gerdes on the third try who cleans it up and knocks it home.
What a nice sequence on offensive rebounding by Walla Walla. It's great to see that kind of hustle.
And around the screen and getting the basket is Kimberly Brown, her first three. And maybe a little bit of a boost for the Pirates, who are now down 33-22, and now it's 35-22 as down low for the Warriors they score. And that one wouldn't go for Peninsula. Osterhout with the assist on that last basket by Gerdes. Frost takes it to the hoop with the left, and it rolled in. The Warriors shooting an amazing percentage here in the second period.
They sure are. They've got it going, and they're getting great looks at the basket.
And Smith has been sitting at the half-court center for about 2 minutes and has not been able to get it in. O'Brien, though, with the steal, and now Sailors with the steal, and the Warriors can hold the ball. And unless there's a whistle, Smith will not get back in this half.
And I think Walla Walla is going to hold it for the last shot.
Osterhout dribbling. Good job defensively to work around the screen. Sailors can't get the three off, but can she get the runner off? No. It's loose, and that will end the quarter. Walla Walla with a 22-point uprising in the second quarter and holding Peninsula to 11. And the Warriors have a 37-22 halftime lead over the Pirates as they try to get back to the championship game. So a great first half, Coach, as we wait for Allison Rose to go talk to Jamie Council.
Yeah, the score's not really indicative of, the game. I think that Peninsula has had, by my marks, about 10 little missed layups, and all in the paint. So I'm sure they'll make some adjustments, and it's not.
Yeah, let's send it down to Jamie. Jamie?
Thanks, Mike. Joined by Coach Rose as down but certainly not out. Something we talked about before the game was the rebounding game, second chance points, and you guys have given up a double in that. That's going to be one of the things you guys talk about at halftime. What are you going to say to your team going into the locker room?
Yeah, I mean, we need to be a little bit better in transition, finding our person. There's a couple easy ones they got, and then rebounding. It's what we talked about at the beginning, and we just got to be willing to do it. I think the pace of which they attack the ball, we haven't been ready for, and obviously losing Rihanna is going to be tough, but she's going to try and give it a go. She's one of our best defenders, so we're down, but we're not going to quit.
Absolutely, and that's something we talked about too. Down but not out. You guys have battled with adversity. You have a player playing on a torn ACL on the court right now. It is a game that represents Peninsula pretty well.
Yeah, I mean, we're excited that we're here, but at the same time, like, I'm not excited about how we're playing. We gotta have some people step up. We look a little shell shocked, so hopefully we'll settle them in halftime, come out and give them a better run so we can try and be in there in the fourth quarter.
One more half to go.
One more half, okay?
Thanks for your time, Coach. So Coach Rose, as her team down double digits, but still a lot of basketball to be played. Back to you, Mike.
All right, Jamie, great job as usual down there with Coach Allison Rose. She will have the Pirates ready to go in the second half. We'll take a break, and we're back to the Student Recreation Center and Cheryl Holden Court here at Columbia Basin after this halftime break.
Looking for a place that is perfect for you? A place with programs that work around your schedule? A place with cutting-edge technology and state-of-the-art facilities. A place to celebrate and engage with the community. A place to excel in and out of the classroom. Columbia Basin College. This is the place for you. Experience the new era of ticketing with Vivenue, the official ticketing platform of the NWAC Championships. All great sports events only work when the infrastructure is top-notch. Vivenue provides the most modern ticketing solution in the industry to NWAC, and to already more than 80 colleges and associations in the U.S. alone. Welcome to the new era of ticketing. Welcome to Vivenue.
Try an adventure in the sun. Try 3 rivers. Try 300 days of blue skies. Experience Washington's Tri-Cities. From farm to table to food trucks, enjoy a burgeoning culinary scene. Day trips, river dips, golf tips, and wine sips. Horseback and backpack. We have it all. Plan your trip at visittricities.com.
Yowza, how'd you catch all these?
I just started banking with ICCU.
ICCU?
You should join. I've got a branch around the corner, and with the mobile app, I can take ICCU wherever I go. I even had someone helping me on video chat at 6 p.m. on a Friday. Now that's service.
And so now every foul ball gets hit to you.
You tell me.
Everything you need for your banking and everything you love about a credit union. ICCU. Life's greener here.
Do you want an education that works for you? Check out Lower Columbia College. LCC boasts a vibrant campus life with arts, athletics, clubs, and more. With programs from high school completion to bachelor's degrees, LCC's supportive team will help you find the path that's right for you and provide crucial resources like financial aid and scholarships. Lower Columbia College, where futures begin.
We're not just lighting a stadium. We're creating lasting memories. We're not just installing a mini pitch. We're empowering youth to learn and grow. We're not just retrofitting an airport. We're creating an environment where workers can feel safer. This is why, whether it's a game down the street, professional stadiums around the world, or treasured monuments and landmarks, you always know when it's must go.
Hey NWAC fans, check out the official NWAC merchandise. Find masks, beanies, t-shirts, sweatshirts, Adidas gear, and more. Everything is fully customizable. The NWAC is more than sports. Visit NWACstore.com.
It begins with the ball. You see, a ball is not just leather and rubber. A ball is the seed that communities grow around. We're talking split-second moments that become indelible memories. It creates lifelong friendships. It's a reason for people to celebrate. A ball isn't just a ball. It's a life lesson. It's a tool you use to pursue your best. It's how you earn your greatest victories. How you learn to deal with failure. It's a test that you pass. It's a dream that you catch. It's a future you hold in your hands. It's not just a ball. Biden, the official ball of you.
Did life get in the way and cause you to give up on your college dreams? You're not alone, but now it's your turn. At Chemeketa, we believe it's never too late to start again. With dozens of career programs designed for adults ready to change direction and earn better pay. Whether you're chasing better opportunities, new purpose, or unfinished dreams, Chemeketa is here for you. Your future didn't disappear, it just waited for you. Visit go.chemeketa.edu/pathways and take the first step.
Oregon needs to build schools, bridges, semiconductor factories, and much more. That's great news if you work in the trades. Even better news? Business Oregon and the Bureau of Labor and Industries have partnered to create childcare for construction to help construction trades workers and registered apprentices pay for childcare. To learn more, visit oregon.gov/BOLI/apprenticeship. We know when workers thrive, Oregon thrives.
You're not the only one. This can be heavy. Tell me about your mother.
I want to break free.
My upload speed is so bad, I can't even run a stream without buffering.
Defeat cable lag. Switch to Ziply Fiber. The Northwest's fastest home internet for 25% less than cable. Ziply Fiber. Real great internet. Real great prices. Really.
Why is my internet slow? There's only 16 devices connected.
Switch to Ziply Fiber and ditch the cable crawl. The Northwest's fastest home internet. $750 less a year than cable. Ziply Fiber. Real great internet. Real great prices. Really.
Looking for a place that is perfect for you? A place with programs that work around your schedule? A place with cutting-edge technology and state-of-the-art facilities. A place to celebrate and engage with the community. A place to excel in and out of the classroom. Columbia Basin College. This is the place for you.
Experience the new era of ticketing with Vivenue, the official ticketing platform of the NWAC Championships. All great sports events only work when the infrastructure is top-notch. Vivenue provides the most modern ticketing solution in the industry to NWAC, and to already more than 80 colleges and associations in the US alone. Welcome to the new era of ticketing. Welcome to Vivenue.
Down to Jamie Council with Bobby Hazeltine.
Well, Mike, I have a very familiar face for you. Like you said, head coach Bobby Hazeltine as Walla Walla. A pretty decent lead, but you know better than everybody. You can never get too comfortable until that final buzzer sounds. What did you tell your team to really ingrain that into them?
Well, yeah, I mean, they have the best big girl in the league, number one, and number two, they have great shooters, and they're 4 for 6 from 3. So we can't let their scorers score. If they're going to get shots off, it has to be from the girls who aren't used to maybe scoring as much. So our defense has been so good. I'm so excited about that, but it's half a game, so we got to play for another half.
Absolutely, and being the defending NWAC champions, that has a different game to it. You have a target on your back. You guys might feel the pressure. How, in your eyes, does that affect the Warriors in this tournament?
Well, we've had a target on our back all year. It's probably affected me more than them. They're young. They're resilient. They're who they are. It affects our coaching staff more because we get a lot stressed. But yeah, I mean, we're here for a reason. If they come back and beat us, they deserve to beat us. But I'm hoping we can hold this lead.
You're only as good as your last win, right?
Yeah, you got that right.
Well, thanks so much for your time, Coach. Best of luck second half.
Jamie, I appreciate it.
All right, back to you guys.
All right, Jamie, thank you so much. Jamie Council, the third member of our broadcast crew, another great job. I'm Mike Tatko with Cheryl Holden, and we were looking at the stats, and some things jump out at you right off the sheet, right?
Yeah, right. Rebounding. Walla Walla's out rebounding now. Peninsula 30-14. The other thing that really jumps out to me is the points in the paint, 22-6, and Peninsula's going to need to come out and make some defensive stops and make their shot selection a little bit more difficult, I think.
Well, I would assume they'll try to get Alexis Smith involved again. She did have an early three-pointer, and then she did have a traditional three-point play for her 6 points, averaging 17. So I'm assuming Coach Rose will want her. We'll keep an eye on Rihanna Moss. She went down with an injury, tried to come back, couldn't really go, but you heard Coach Rose say that she's going to try to go. And, hey, it could possibly be the last game of the season for the Pirates. And Moss is a sophomore, and so, I mean, she'll probably go play somewhere next year. But you don't want, if you can go, right, Coach, she's going to go.
Yeah, if she can go, she's going to go. Even if she's not 100%, it'll be what she has will be 100%. She's just that kind of a player.
So we are set to go. Walla Walla in the white will be going from left to right as the officials wait for the clock to expire here, and we will begin the second half with Walla Walla ball. And it is the same starting five for the Warriors: McKenna, Sailors, Osterhout, Leibel, and Froz. And the Pirates, Moss is out there wearing number 11, along with Smith and also Patrick and Brown and O'Brien. So the same starters for both Coach Allison Rose and Bobby Hazeltine. They try to lob to Froz on the very first play, and it's thrown away. So similar to the first half, the first possession for Walla Walla ended up in a turnover too.
Yeah, just trying to do a little bit too much and not in the flow of the game yet.
So it'll be Peninsula's turn here. Pirates trying to cut into this 15-point lead, and right off the bat, Smith gets free. A good sign for Allison Rose and the Pirates as they cut it to 13. That 15-point lead was the largest of the game. McKenna going to try to answer, and it's Smith with the rebound. So a good start for the Pirates. They can get another one here. They can get it down to 11 or 10 with a three-pointer.
Yeah, Moss looks like she's limping a little bit, but she's got that ankle, looks like taped up high, so she's going to give it all she has.
Yeah, she's a gamer. She will play through it. They get down to Smith again, who feeds. Nice pass, and up and under for Patrick. So Alexis Smith didn't score that one, but she certainly had a part in it.
Yes, she did. Double came over, and she gave it up.
So 11-point lead. Sailors, that one would not go. And bodies all over the place will have a held ball. It'll be Pirate ball. So those shots were going in the first half for Sailors. It didn't that time, and at the other end, Pirate shots that were not falling have at least in the first 2 minutes.
Yeah, it's a little bit different game to start the half compared to the way it ended.
So it is Pirate ball now. trying to get this down to single digits in really the early part of this third period. We go to Smith. She spins up and under. And with the offensive rebound, the basket and the foul. And that is going to be 3 on Addie Leibel, so a 6-0 run to begin this half. And they get a foul on Leibel, so everything falling the Pirates' way right now as Smith has 10.
Definitely looks like Peninsula's come out, slowed it down, and is being very deliberate.
With some energy, like Coach Rose said. She said, hey, we need to rebound. She was disappointed. She said it in the interview with Jamie. And they have come out here and have made a 6-0 run to begin the third period. And the Warriors will need to find some offense. Can it be Osterhout? No. And Leibel still battling in there with those 3 fouls, but it's Alexis Smith with another rebound.
I wouldn't be surprised if Peninsula doesn't go inside, trying to draw that 4th foul.
Moss out front. They kind of clear out for Alexis. And she scored it again. And she has taken over and is now a 7-point game just 3 minutes in. It is an 8-0 run for the Pirates. The Warriors have not scored in 3 minutes. Sailors had it blocked, and it went off of Sailors, and Peninsula gets it back again. So Alexis Smith, what a half she has had in just 3 minutes and 9 seconds.
She had that rest, right before halftime, did not get back in the game, and she's showing that she's going to try to take over this half.
He was 2 for 10 in the first half, and she has really turned this game around, and that runner did not go. It would have been a 5-point game.
Yeah.
And the Warriors were fortunate there. Leibel on a mismatch down low, and Addie Leibel got mismatched against Patrick, and she's able to score 4 for Leibel. And the Warriors' first basket, coach, and it took 3.5 minutes. Up and under, and in. And that was Malia Garcia, who has 5.
Those were some of the missed shots in the first half, and Walla Walla's going to have to find a way to cut that baseline off.
Sailors came down and traveled and might have got hit as she went down or something. But that's McKenna, not Sailors. 10 is McKenna, but she appears to be okay. And now they are going to send the teams to their bench. As Allie McKenna came down, hit the deck, so we'll see what happens here at the 5:58 mark as the officials discuss. But boy, what a half. What a first 4 minutes by the Pirates. They have scored 10 points to just 2 for Walla Walla, and it's been the Alexis Smith show.
Well, and Coach Rose said it. I mean, they're not going to go away. They will continue to battle.
And while the officials look at this, Cheryl, Jamie, and I will step aside. We're back after a timeout.
Try an adventure in the sun. Try 3 rivers. Try 300 days of blue skies. Experience Washington's Tri-Cities. From farm to table to food trucks, enjoy a burgeoning culinary scene. Day trips, river dips, golf tips, and wine sips. Horseback and backpack. We have it all. Plan your trip at visittricities.com.
Hey NWAC fans, check out the official NWAC merchandise. Find masks, beanies, t-shirts, sweatshirts, Adidas gear, and more. Everything is fully customizable. The NWAC is more than sports. Visit NWACstore.com.
The NWAC website, NWACsports.com, is powered by Presto Sports, the all-in-one sports technology platform to streamline your processes and delight your fans. Check out PrestoSports.com to see how. Well, Coach Cheryl Holden, at halftime, Peninsula was 8 of 31 from the field. They are 5 5 of 7 this quarter. And so now they're up to 13 for 38, and they have made all 5 of those field goals count, and they're all 2-pointers. Nothing from distance, but they've just been pounding it in.
Pounding in, and also I feel like they've picked up their defense a little bit and making some of the shot selection for Walla Walla a little bit difficult.
You have a look at the Pirate players who are on the court. The officials have looked at the replay, and now we will wait for the jury to deliberate, so to speak. And we can tell you once again that Clackamas went to 32-0 with a 66-58 win over Lower Columbia earlier. Clackamas will be here at 3 o'clock on Sunday. So no foul on the play. So McKenna went down to the ground and was called for traveling. And so it's back to the Pirates, who are only down 7 now after being down 15 at half. Brown nearly took a 3. O'Brien drives. And boy, Saylor's one of the shortest people on the floor. Got that rebound. Ella Johnson in for Walla Walla. Smith gets a break. Osterhout now on the left wing, looking for some help from Leibel. Pass is batted away again. That long Peninsula defense, that was Frazier.
That's a hard angle to make that pass. It's like threading a needle.
Fake on the handoff, and driving is Patrick, but she has to kick it back out to Brown.
Great defensive stops.
Allison Rose asking her team to go. They do. They bank it in. It's Patrick. First 3 of the game for her, first 3 of this half, and it's a 4-point game. Boy, Leibel and Frazier really battling. Ella Johnson going to fire from the deep left corner, and she got it. Ella Johnson, the freshman from Kettle Falls. If you're Bobby Hazeltine, you got to figure you want to score as much as you can with Smith on the bench resting.
Absolutely. And getting to the paint would be important with her out of the key.
We'll see how long Alexis stays out. She will not. She'll check back in, and we'll see her when we come back after this timeout.
We're not just lighting a stadium. We're creating lasting memories. We're not just installing a mini pitch. We're empowering youth to learn and grow. We're not just retrofitting an airport. We're creating an environment where workers can feel safer. This is why, whether it's a game down the street, professional stadiums around the world, or treasured monuments and landmarks, you always know when it's must go.
A look at the Walla Walla Warrior bench. They're led by Bobby Hazeltine. She won her 4th NWAC championship last year and trying to get to the title game. And Allison Rose on the other side trying to keep her from that. Really, score-wise, Coach Holden, kind of maybe what we expected. One of the games this year was 59-44, and one was 69-55. Neither of these teams light it up, especially when they're playing each other.
No, definitely not. And they both play similar game. And Peninsula's come out with a little bit of a soft press, 3-quarter press, and Walla Walla's struggling a little bit with that.
Yeah, they could not get into the post there. Again, Smith is back for the Pirates. They're so long defensively, they can bat a lot of balls that maybe other teams couldn't. They nearly got a steal there. Johnson going to fire again. And Gerdes, who is in for Leibel, could not capture it. It's back to the Pirates. Under 4. 7-point lead. They get it to Smith. It's an easy lay-in for Alexis Smith.
Boy, that's a hard shot to stop when you play behind, and she's got position and size on you.
And she has a quick first step.
Yes, she does.
Sailors guarded by Marley Myers. Logan gonna kick and step back and nail a three.
Peninsula went under the screen and she made him pay.
So 45-37 Warriors. There's Smith at the free throw line. Myers runs and they kick and they have a three for O'Brien. And it was iron only that time. Boy, you go in against Alexis Smith and watch out. She's going to swat it every time out of bounds. Coach Hazeltine thought there was a foul, but it's out of bounds as Alexis Smith just, she's quick.
Yes, she's very quick and runs the court really well. And I can see where Coach Hazeltine thought that there was some body there, but I think it was a good no call.
So the Warriors will bring it in, leading by 8. And it's Leibel. She's going to try her hand against Alexis Smith, and no dice there. If she doesn't block a shot, she alters a shot.
Yes, she does.
And she'll shoot from 17. And that one didn't go. Can the Pirates save it? They cannot. Well, she hit one of those earlier, Coach. She hit one right off the bat. A three, in fact.
They backed off, and she must have the green light from Coach Rose.
So Moss has actually played. You can see it's a noticeable limp, number 11. You see her in the background there. She comes off, but she's giving it a go. And kudos to Rihanna Moss from Nia Bay.
Well, she's given them some good minutes, so kudos.
Osterhout had it swatted away by those quick Pirate hands. And that time, Alexis couldn't get it to go. Warriors have numbers. And Leibel got free underneath as Smith was caught up at the top. It was a nice pass by Johnson.
Yeah, they just lost track of the basket.
Up and under, and a foul on Walla Walla. Either Johnson or McKenna made contact with Frazier. She was moving to the hoop. It's McKenna. So really a clean quarter. We're 8+ minutes in, and there's only been 2 fouls. And this will be Frazier to shoot free throws. Frazier, a 64.9% shooter. She hits the first, she has 3 points. And Aspen got them both, and the Pirates going to press now. They need to hurry and get it over, and they do. And a Pirate foul going to be on Brown, guarding a little bit too close. Just her first in the first team. Sailors faked like she was going to go, and then Leibel actually got the better of it. As Smith is on the bench again, so Leibel, the tallest player on the court now, and she got the putback. 6 in the quarter for Leibel, 8 in the game.
She does a good job of getting in position and getting offensive rebounds.
Nice behind the back move, and spotting up for the 3, and hitting is Ostrander, her first basket. She gets 6 points a game, and she has 3, and they steal the ball. It's going to be Ostrander. She couldn't get it to go, and then Ella Johnson tried to steal it, but her foot was on the line.
Yeah, Ella came in hustling and almost had it.
But it's a quick 3-0 run for the Pirates. They were down 10. They're now down 7, and they have the ball. Up and under. And a Warrior foul on the rebound. Might be on McKenna, might be on Johnson. It's on McKenna. Her second. Third foul, and now Contreras will come back for Coach Hazeltine. McKenna will get a break with 36 seconds left. And 20 on the shot clock. Depending upon how fast the Pirates shoot, the Warriors could have the final possession. 17-footer nearly rolled back, but it was Johnson with the rebound. And shot clock, game clock, coach, about a second difference.
Yeah, and Walla Walla is going to hold it for the last shot.
Trying to get Leibel down low. And a foul with 4 seconds left. And so let's see what Walla Walla does on the inbounds here. Ostrander's second, just a second team. So the Warriors will try and run some type of out-of-bounds play here.
Again, not a bad foul. They're not in bonus.
Osterhout found Contreras, and she nailed it at the horn! Maricela Contreras from right down the road in Chiawana High School in Pasco nailed it at the buzzer. She has 2 threes, and that gives Walla Walla a 10-point lead. As we go to the fourth period, we're back to Pasco after this.
My name is Luis Lopez, and my dream career is to be a winemaker. My favorite thing about Yakima Valley College is the community. I love the caring faculty. I love that they have events that brings the students together. Yakima Valley College helps you find the right academic pathway to achieve your goals. Yakima Valley College is the best place for me to get a great education that's affordable and close to home.
Well, we welcome you back, Mike Tatko, Cheryl Holden, and Jamie Council. Let's send it down to the court to Jamie Council.
Well, it's been an exciting one. Before the break, we saw a big 3 by hometown Maricela Contreras, played for Chiawana just down the road, as they have a great program over there that is now feeding Walla Walla. And something we've seen consistently in this Final Four is great coaching, setting up plays like that. And the 4 coaches in the Final Four have a combined 80 years of coaching. You have Martineau with 28, Hazeltine with 27, Myers with 8 as a play is getting started, and then you have Rose with a 17 as it's a 10-point game. Still a full quarter left to determine who will play the undefeated Cougars on Sunday. Back to you.
Yeah, thanks, Jamie. They all have been around quite a while, and Jim Martineau in his 28th year has punched his ticket to Sunday, and either Allison Rose or Bobby Hazeltine will join him. 10 minutes of regulation time. It was Peninsula winning the third quarter 20-15, so they cut into that 15-point halftime lead. Smith back in the game, and it's a miss up close, and that time Ella Johnson got the rebound. They got to have those, Coach, if they're going to get back into this.
They have to have those. Those are wide open looks, and she has great position, so they just got to finish.
Carlise O'Brien with the foul. Of course, they wipe off the fouls. Coach Rose wants to know why there was a foul called. This Peninsula team, they D you up. And that was O'Brien's first. Oh, back door, and Logan Saylor snuck free and laid it in. 19 for Saylor.
You know, she got loose on that pick-the-picker, and they had no help side on the backside.
So Moss will limp her way back to the scorer's table and try to go some more for Coach Rose. And they get down to Smith, working on Leibel. She gets doubled by Ella Johnson, and the basket and the foul. And Kimberly Brown got the feed from Smith and got the basket.
Smith does a great job of also seeing the court when she's doubled to find that open player. But Walla Walla had stopped her.
14 points, 10 rebounds, and 3 assists for Alexis Smith. And this will be Brown to try to complete the three-point play. And a foul on who? It's on Walla Walla, either 24 or 20. I think it's on Leibel, and that's going to be her fourth. So the free throw didn't go, but not a bad outcome if you're Peninsula.
Nah, if you're Peninsula.
So we'll see how long they can go without Leibel in there. And if you're Allison Rose, you're going to go inside to Smith if you can.
I expect her to go inside right away.
And if they double her, Coach, then you can maybe spot up somebody for a three, right?
Absolutely.
And she spins with the left and scores. 16 now. It's an 8-point game. And a foul as they got it across half court on the Pirates. Froz back. And that's going to be on Moss. That's her third. And the second foul on the Pirates with 8:32 to play. Boy, they guard even the inbounds. They guard hard.
They are. They're going to go down fighting if they crawl back into this game.
Sailors beats her defender, goes to the hoop, loses it, and it's off of Contreras. So Sailors couldn't get it to go, tried to get the rebound, and out of bounds to the Pirates. 8:15 in regulation.
Little elevator screen. Walla Walla does a good job of denying it. And then they go inside.
And they go inside, and Sydney Gertis unable to stop Smith, and it's 54-48. The other thing, Coach, is if it's taking them 8 to 9 seconds to get across, that kind of changes what they can do offensively, right?
It does, and it just rushes their offense a little bit, half court. So throws off the timing a little bit.
Gertis free throw line jumper, no. Got her own rebound and was able to put it in.
That's just a great hustle play by 33.
Gertis has 6. And that is going to be an offensive foul on Malia Garcia. Sailors hit the deck. And so coming back in will be Frazier. First foul on Garcia, third on the Pirates at the 7:07 mark. Coach Rose having an animated discussion with one of the officials. And the Pirates nearly get a backcourt steal.
Little lazy pass,
yeah.
and they almost snagged it.
It's hard to pass over these Pirates because not only are they long, Coach, they can jump.
They can jump, all of them.
And now Sailors will shoot free throws, and I think Coach Hazeltine is talking to Avery Osterhout about that exact thing. You cannot lob a pass because even if the person guarding you doesn't block it, somebody else will intercept it.
Absolutely, and as soon as it goes like a rainbow, you are putting your teammate at a disadvantage.
So Sailors is having a nice night with 20. And Walla Walla by 9, and now they are coming over to discuss something. Oh, they've assessed a technical foul now. And to Allison Rose. So the Warriors will stay on the court, and the Pirates will huddle up near the Hawk logo as Sailors will shoot the second free throw of the foul, and then she'll have the technical free throw. So she misses that free throw. So the Warriors have their double-digit lead again at the 6:52 mark. And she splits them, so just 2 for 4 on the game. She shot 8 free throws, and she has made 5. Walla Walla getting the basketball out, and you can expect more trapping.
You can, and it'll be interesting to see when they bring Smith back for Peninsula.
Yeah, it's probably going to be for the rest of the game, I would think, if she can get back in and make a difference. How long will the Warriors go without Leibel? They may bring her back when they bring Smith back.
Right.
No one else has been able to stop Smith. Shot clock at 7. Gerties goes down to Froz. Hadley to the hoop, and that rolled off, and the rebound comes down to Garcia. Good rebound. And nobody stopped her, and a Warrior foul on Froz, and there will be free throws for the Pirates. Well, she took it from coast to coast.
Coast to coast. No one picked up the ball.
So the Warrior foul is on Froz. And we're at the 6:17 mark. And the free throw is good by Garcia. First time she's been to the line. And timeout is called with 3:51 to play, and we're back up. So basically, I'm not sure when we went away from you, but as of right now, it's 62-51. We're glad we're back with you for the conclusion of this basketball game. We'll take a timeout in Pasco. 3:51 left. Walla Walla by 11.
Oregon needs to build schools, bridges, semiconductor factories, and much more. That's great news if you work in the trades. Even better news? Business Oregon and the Bureau of Labor and Industries have partnered to create childcare for construction to help construction trades workers and registered apprentices pay for childcare. To learn more, visit oregon.gov/BOLI/apprenticeship. We know when workers thrive, Oregon thrives.
Well, we welcome you back to Pasco. Mike Tatko, Cheryl Holden, Jamie Council as Walla Walla leads a Peninsula 62-51. There's a look at Allison Rose. If you go by percentages, Coach, Peninsula a 59% free throw shooting team. Walla Walla up at 68%, so much better. But remember, we were talking about that Treasure Valley game. They really struggled, Peninsula. But when they needed free throws in crunch time, they made every one.
Yeah, they're a good shooting team, and I think it sometimes comes down to focus.
So we'll see what the Pirates do here. Smith is getting a break for a few minutes, I would think. And they shoot a 3, and it rimmed out. And I'm frankly surprised that they allowed that open of a 3. But they did, and now the Pirates have to trap all over the court. And again, every foul is a shooting foul, unless it's offensive. Oh, Walla Walla got entirely lucky there as Gerties had an easy lay-in, missed it. The pass split 2 Pirate defenders, Coach, but they couldn't cash in.
I guess she was just a little too open.
And that's a Walla Walla foul, and that's going to send Patrick to the line. McKenna has not been there yet. So that's 3 on Gerties. Leibel is on the bench with 4. So they're going to go with Ella Johnson, the freshman from Kettle Falls. Sydney Gerties will get a break. And now here is Patrick. 59% on the year. She has 9 points today, including a 3-point goal. And she got it, just like against the Chuckers from Treasure Valley.
Makes this one, we're going to single digits with 3 minutes left.
So a 10-point lead at the 3:09 mark. And again, the Pirates will trap. Ella Johnson all alone, and They get a new clock because her shot hit the rim before they got the offensive rebound. Well, not a full new clock, but a new 20.
20. Walla Walla's just going to use that clock.
Johnson going to fire from deep. And the shot clock was under 5. Coach Hazeltine making a motion as if she thought it was tipped, but it wasn't. There wasn't any defender near Ella Johnson on that one. I guess you try for calls once in a while, right?
Of course.
So back come the Pirates. 2.5 to play, 10-point lead for Walla Walla. Falling in the key, up and under, and a traveling violation going to be called on McKenna Patrick. And the Pirates will press full court.
They need some stops and turnovers.
And again, a pass that was tipped. Sailors goes baseline and is fouled by Brown. Well, she was on her way going baseline. She didn't get there. And Logan will shoot free throws. Logan Sailor's a 75% free throw shooter.
Yeah, I'm not sure that's the player I would have chosen to foul.
She's 5 of 8. McKenna shoots 70. Osterhout 65. Johnson 79 and Frost 71. So they're all up there, but this person's already been here 8 times.
Yep.
Sailors makes an 11-point lead with 2:09 left.
She has seen it go through the hoop enough times to have a rhythm.
Right. So Ella Johnson will sit down. They will bring in Addie Leibel just as they will bring in Alexis Smith. And I think these two players are going to stay in the game until either they foul out or the game is over. They need them both on the court. And the miss, but you could see 11 Sailors knock that out of bounds.
Yeah, Sailors really gets up in the air. Really impressed with her jumping abilities and just her overall play.
Again, the new format, no games tomorrow as they will give the teams a day to prepare. And then we're back with you Sunday at noon for the men's game between Lower Columbia and Skagit Valley. And then the women's game to follow at 3 between Clackamas and whoever comes out on top here. And that went off Walla Walla. So another trapping defense. And we'll check the Warrior turnover count in this one, as they have turned it over 16 times. And they lead the NWAC with 13. So not a ton, but they still have more than they did. And there is the basket to bring it to a 10-point game.
And
I think the Warriors maybe got a timeout before that pass, as that basket was made by Smith, who now has 20 points.
yeah, they just got over the timeline and got it and was able to get a timeout to save that possession.
As a coach, when you're coaching offense to try to beat the trap, there are certain places you do not want to go on the court, right?
Absolutely. And the sideline is one of them.
Right.
You also want to not have the ball when the trap comes. So Walla Walla needs to just pick up that pace a little bit to get rid of it, almost like a hot potato.
So a 10-point Warrior lead. They will inbound it right at half court. Walla Walla still has 3 timeouts. Peninsula has 2. And we can maybe expect to see what we saw in the first game is some certain teams advancing the ball after made baskets.
I think Walla Walla's just...
Yeah, Osterhout got fouled by Brown with 9 on the shot clock. So at some point also, though, Coach, once the shot clock gets down kind of low, you don't want to foul. You just want to guard out, right?
You just want to guard out, and, Coach Rose, probably is going to foul a lot sooner because she needs a number of possessions being down 10.
Good look at Avery Osterhout, the sophomore from Meridian. She's not been to the free throw line. And that's what Coach Rose likes to see. A new player coming to the line. You were just talking about it. Logan Sailors has been there plenty, has a rhythm, and Avery trying to split the pair. And empty possession for Walla Walla as we approach the 1 minute mark. And a blocking foul on Wadsworth, who came into the game. And now the Pirates will be shooting free throws. And just like last game, Coach, when Clackamas was trying to pull away from Lower Columbia had a couple opportunities at the line with the clock not running.
Yeah, and that's one thing you don't want to do is stop the clock and give them the opportunity to score points while the clock's not running.
And that's what they did as Garcia hits that one, so it's 64-55. Don't think they put that point up yet. Now they did. And now it's 64-56, and Coach Hazeltine from Walla Walla calls timeout to advance the ball. You still are going to face a trap, but you're not going to face a full court trap.
Correct.
I want to ask you about a couple of changes in women's basketball as we sit here through the timeout. The wiping off the fouls at the quarter, which is probably 4 or 5 years old now. Used to be 7, and then in the half, and then 1 and 1, and 2 with 10. And then the second thing is the ability to call timeout after situations like that and advance the ball to half court.
Yeah, I think it's added a lot to the women's game. I think it adds even more strategy that sometimes you may not want to advance it, because especially if you only have half the court to work, you can't spread it, it's easier to trap you. And so I think it just really adds to the strategic part of the game.
So Walla Walla will bring it in front of their own bench with a minute left, up 8. And they throw it into the backcourt for Avery, and they foul her. Good foul because she just missed a pair. That's the 4th on Brown. And now here comes Smith back in as Allison Rose playing a little bit of offense-defense here. They can give Smith rest and then get her back onto the court for the Pirates when they are on offense. Avery Osterhout got that one in. If she hits this one, it becomes a 4-possession game with a minute left. And the Pirates are going to need some threes eventually. And she hit it again, almost exactly the same. Front iron, back iron, and in.
You're going to have to go quick.
Ostrander driving and missed a couple of them. Staylor's going to be in front of the pack. And the Warriors get it across, and they foul Avery Osterhout with 38 seconds left. And a 10-point Warrior lead. And it'll be Myers coming in as Brown has committed her 5th foul. So Brown ends with 5 points, 1 3-pointer, 1 2-pointer, and Osterhout try to add a couple more. And she does. So like you said, she found her rhythm after missing a couple. And it is a 12-point lead. McKenna will sit down, and it'll be Wadsworth back in for the Warriors. And here we go, final 40 seconds. They need 4 3-point goals.
They need shots.
Frazier got it. So Frazier, well behind the arc, nailed it to keep the Pirates alive. And was there a timeout by Coach Hazeltine and asked if she could advance the ball? I think that's what happened.
That's what I think happened.
There's an official over there looking, or maybe they're checking the time.
They are. The time also, I think they're checking because a couple seconds, maybe
Yeah.
a second and a half ran off.
So after a made basket, like in the final minute, the clock stops.
Correct.
And so if seconds ran off, they're going to go back and look at this and put time back on the clock.
Yes.
29.3. So you're right. It was almost 2 full seconds ran off. So they will put those seconds back on. And the Warriors still leading by 9. But a big basket by Frazier, and she, like we said, Coach, she was well behind the arc.
Well behind the arc. But they've got going to have to get some threes off quickly.
They're going to need a steal and some three-pointers, and they didn't get it inbounds. So it goes back to Peninsula. So they get the three last possession. They get the stop with no time coming off the clock.
Yeah, why?
Yeah, and time, now they reset it.
Okay.
Because time did come off the clock, but it shouldn't have because the ball was never in bounds. Now they get the clock right. And now it's another three and a bank! And it's good by Garcia. And here come the Pirates, and they are within 6. It was 12 a moment ago. I said they need 4 3-pointers. They're halfway there.
They're halfway there. They've hit 2 big ones down the stretch here.
You almost wonder if Walla Walla is going to start fouling at half court and make them only shoot 2 free throws, because
you can't give up threes.
You can't give up threes, and they're guarding the 3, but they're not guarding far enough. And so we will see what both coaches are talking about, as the NWAC's official fundraising partner since 2004 is E-Team Sponsor. E-Team Sponsor has proven to be the easiest and most effective online fundraising platform. Get set up and start raising money in just 30 minutes. Visit eteamsponsor.com. Clackamas has advanced. The Lower Columbia men and the Skagit Valley men have advanced. Skagit Valley plays Lower Columbia at noon on Sunday. Clackamas plays the winner of this one at 3 on Sunday, and the Warriors will bring it in front of their bench, and they are now out of timeouts, Coach, so they need to get it in.
They do. And they need to foul.
They get it into Sailors, and she is fouled with 21 seconds left. We'll check it's on Frazier. So Sailors has been at the free throw line 6 times this period. And it rolled in, and that's a big one because it makes it a 3-possession game.
Absolutely.
Heavy sigh and a big breath by Logan Sailors as she will try the second one. And that one rolled in. And it is 70-62. And Coach Rose now will call timeout and advance the ball with 21 seconds left. Well, we're in a situation very much like the last game where it's an 8-point game. The Pirates just need shots. Eventually they're going to need a 3, but not necessarily right now.
No, they just need to shoot quickly and foul.
So they will need to score and then either get a steal or a foul. The NWAC website, NWACsports.com, is powered by Presto Sports, the all-in-one sports technology platform to streamline your processes and delight your fans. Check out PrestoSports.com to see how. And if you're Walla Walla,
you don't want to foul and give up threes.
So they throw a backdoor lob. And that jumper wouldn't go. It ends up in the hands of Sailors, who is fouled. Really good, well-designed play.
That was an awesome design play and a good look. She had a clean look.
So that was Myers who commits the foul after Garcia missed the baseline jumper, and now it's Sailors again. These will be her 9th and 10th free throws of this period. And Logan Sailors is having a real nice night for Walla Walla. She got those. 29. And it's 72-62 with 15 seconds left. And it's going to be Smith down low. It's intercepted by Froz. And Walla Walla will be fouled again. And it's Frazier who grabbed Froz and then grabbed her and said, all good.
Yeah.
No
good
harm.
sportsmanship.
Yeah.
Both of these teams have played hard all game, and great sportsmanship, great competitiveness.
So 6 seconds left, and Walla Walla will look to run this out and advance to the title game for the second straight year. And you said it early on in our broadcast, this is what Walla Walla likes to do, get a lead and get to the free throw line. And Peninsula had to play from behind really ever since the first quarter, and that's what happened.
Yeah, if Walla Walla isn't hitting the three, they're just going to attack and make you foul them.
Yeah, and that one rattled out, and Walla Walla will advance to the championship game for the second year in a row. A 74-62 win over Peninsula in a game that was far closer than the score indicated. The Pirates cut it down, and they were right there in the fourth quarter, but the Warriors salted away at the free throw line. They improved to 28-4. And another great year for Allison Rose and the Pirates.
Absolutely. They have everything to be proud of. It's a tough loss, but what a great game, and Peninsula is a very good team.
The Pirates, Bobby Hazelton and Allison Rose hug at half court. And the Pirates, again, they held that 54-game winning streak in the Northern region. They will start to build on that next January. But what a year, 24-5. They ended up winning 16 straight before tonight, and they fall in the semifinals 74-62. And we're going to send it down here in a moment to Jamie Council, who will join us. And Jamie, down to you with Logan Sailors.
I'm down here at Logan Sailors, and Logan, you probably hear a lot about defending champions, this and that, but you weren't here. You're out to help this team and, of course, start out your collegiate career on a high with the Warriors.
Yes. I'm sorry. They were so loud. Can you repeat it?
Yeah. Just talking about how you weren't a part of the team last year, but now carrying 29 points. Talk about your fight to help carry the rest of your team playing for an NWAC championship on Sunday.
Well, I just wanted to come into this game with super high energy. I wanted us to set it right from the get-go, and I think that's exactly what we did. We've been working all week, high energy, like we needed this, and I think we did a really good job. All the coaches had such a great game plan, and we executed it so well, in my opinion, and we got the job done for sure.
Got the job done. Still more work on Sunday, but something about this team, you did your part, 29 points, but then you guys were plus 20 rebounding. Talk about the mindset of this team, because it's not the same team as last year. How does this team operate? Because, of course, it's not just you. You guys all came together to get it done today.
Yeah, of course. We really focus on rebounding. We have champion makers, and one of our goals is 40 rebounds a game, and that's definitely something that we set super high for ourselves. We like to get more than 40, obviously. And, our post players, they're amazing at O-boarding. Like, they're just amazing at that, and then they block out, we block out. Our coaches emphasize every single day in practice, block out, and I definitely think it's paying off for sure.
Well, it does, and you didn't do too bad yourself. Enjoy the win, and I'll see you guys on Sunday.
Well, Jamie, take care of your ears now, because they just screamed so loud at you, Jamie Council. Great job down on the court. The final score here tonight is Walla Walla 74 and Peninsula 62. And we will be back with you on Sunday. Men's action at noon, and that will be Lower Columbia against Skagit Valley, and women's action at 3 between Clackamas and Walla Walla. Coach Holden and I will be here for the call on that one. Another fun evening with you to call the doubleheader, and we look forward to doing it again on Sunday.
I'm looking really forward to it, Mike, and it's always fun. I appreciate you and your patience with the rookie.
Oh, no, you're wonderful at that. You're a great broadcaster, just like you were a great coach. So we will do this again on Sunday for the title game. The final score, once again, Walla Walla 74, Peninsula 62. For Jamie Council and Cheryl Holden, this is Mike Tatko. Have a good evening, everybody.
All alone on a Friday night with an empty bottle.